What is up, guys? Shout out Alan here, and today we are doing a Marvel Future Revolution video, a brand new game that came out earlier this week. I've had a chance to play it. It is a new Marvel IP MMOR RPG. That's fun to say 100 times fast. It is kind of the predecessor for Marvel Future Fight, but the fact that it is a MMORPG means that there is a lot going on. You see that all these guys over here are fighting, different kind of guys. So I'm going to give you guys some beginner tips, as I've kind of noticed just playing along the way, of things to do, things to be made aware of. The very first thing is, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Put it in the comments down below. That way I can know, hey, let's keep making Marvel Future Fight videos and Marvel Future Revolution videos as well. And so the first time when you open up the game, you're going to be doing this intro. I'm going to let this guy do a quest while we're talking. When the first time you open up the game, you're going to be doing the intro sequence of that story. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be some things happen, spoiler-free review, that is very important for the understanding of why there's so many of these characters all throughout the game. Some hero does things, but it also showcases the first 8 heroes for you, including Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Captain America, Star-Lord, and Storm. So all 8 of those get a little bit of a showcase as they tell that beginning story, after which then you will begin to pick your very first character. When you put your first character in, then you'll be able to decide what that person is, and you'll do a small not very, like maybe 10-15 minute mission that is very specific for that character, and then you'll meet a person from a different dimension and then really get thrown into the story. And so what's important for you guys to know is that once you pick a server, whatever server that is, that's where the characters will be on. And so once you have that server, that's the server you're going to be at. So I'm in New Stark City 5, so if you wanted to join New Stark City 5, that's fine. I recommend picking one that's going to be closer to your ping. So if you're wherever you're located, make sure you pick that. And find some friends that are also going to play, because it's going to be this is a very fun game that's intended for all these things to be fun. Right now, Iron Man is my guy, and so when you create your first hero, I recommend you picking the first hero being your main hero. He's going to be, or she's going to be, the character that you're going to be rocking the most, and the person you're going to spend the most time playing, because that's what all the gear is for. The game will subtly try to encourage you to build all heroes at some point, and that is very helpful, because let me show you this as I'm talking to Storm from a different dimension. So you have your power, right, your hero info, right, this is all your stuff going on, right. I have power 775, but they're also at the top of it, you have the squad rank, and so you'll get different things for as you go through, and those upgrade those things, and these go across all your characters, every single one of them. So also you get some points for different titles, for collection, for challenges, for all those things. And so most of these titles have to do with the levels. Here is cited. So these are all associated with the levels. So Storm level 20, there's a title. Storm level 30, there's a title. Storm 10, there's a title. And so on and so forth. And then, you can assume 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 is the max. And so it's important to build all of these characters. So once you have your character screen right here, hero select, you'll pick your main guy. So my main guy is Iron Man, so that's who he is. I don't know 100% who is the best of the best. What I've done a little bit of research says that Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Widow, and Doctor Strange are kind of the top 4, and Captain Marvel, Captain America, Star-Lord, and Storm are kind of the bottom 4. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to get them all anyways, because it's going to help you. Which kind of leads into my next tip. Once you get crystals, don't spend it on drops for gear and stuff. You can crunch up the gear through the thing. So once you come to this area, there's a little shopping cart at the top. So you'll pull up this screen. So on the items, there'll be consumables. There'll be something here that says collector or character purchase or something like that. That's what you want to do the very first thing with your crystals, because once you get all your characters, then that's great. If you want to, that's fine. If you want to, I'm not going to tell you what you should do, but generally the region costumes are the best costumes, and that's going to get to gear. I'm not at gear yet, but also once you have your main hero, that's also the person you want to do your daily logins. Alright, so Rocket's got all these logins that are going on, and so day 7 is a 4-star costume gear piece, which is really good. So you want to make sure it's on your best guy, so your best guy can keep getting better. He's also got, maybe it'll show me at the bottom. No, maybe not. Well, on day 28, there's a 5-star gear, which is even greater, right? And so you want to make sure that when you log in and you open the chest, wherever chest you open, right? I don't have one to show you, but this is a different chest. But if you have a gear chest and you open it, then that's going to be for that character. So you want to make sure you pick your main, whoever it is, and I think they're going to be trying to making sure that they kind of stay balanced is relatively. I mean, I don't think there's a perfect balance, but each one's going to have strengths and weaknesses. From my understanding, Iron Man likes to melt bosses, and so I was like, that sounds like great. Let's go melt some bosses. And so I picked Iron Man as my best. I don't have PvP unlocked yet in the arena. I've got to get, level 47. Got to do, 339, which I'm on the 3rd chapter, but I'm not on 39 yet. And so doing all those things. And so Spider-Man and Black Widow are supposed to be really good for PvP. Black Widow also good at PvE because she has the vanish thing, and then she's in increased crit rate. Doctor Strange is really good because he's got AoE, and so he can clean up mobs very, very quickly, which is good. So I just picked Iron Man, so that's it. So next up is gear. So the top gear is the regional gear. So let me pull up the gear on the hero info stage. So you have your costumes up here in the top right, and those are the gears that are your stat bumps. And so when you finish an area, you'll get the regional gear for that area. So I actually have the regional costume for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I have one for the Hydra Empire head, so which is good. The game, which helps you out, it locks those gears and Omega cards that are rare. So whenever I got an Omega card, this Loki card, it was already locked. See that little lock up in the top left? So if the game locks it, go ahead and keep it locked. There's no reason to unlock it unless you're crazy. Just don't do it. So anyways, so we're going back to costumes. So gear, your gear is these ones. You have a headpiece, a chest piece, a kind of weapon piece, and then boots. And so those are your things regardless of stats. Now the fun part that I like is that you can customize the aesthetics, just the way it looks, even if it's not the gear that you have placed. So we can mess around with this. Right, let's make Iron Man looking like trying to think of one I already have all of the stuff for. There's one, let me sign it. The Fear itself one makes him look like a destroyer from Asgard, which is very crazy. There, and then where's his boots? Come on, there. I know I had, there it is. So as you can see, you could kind of do a lot of crazy things with the costumes, and if you hit change look, it just changed the aesthetic, but I still have my gear. So the top gear you want to get is anything that says region costume. Those are the best stats across the board. What everybody who's been playing since the soft beta, not me, but like all those people that have been playing that, they all agree that the regional gear is the hardest to get because it's rare. And so you usually get a headpiece for finishing out an area, and so whenever you roll costumes and stuff or build costumes and stuff, you want to try to get those as well. So that's kind of all it is about gear. Then we're going to talk about Omega cards. Omega cards Has different stat bumps, kind of like a Marvel Future Fight, right, for different things. So this one's giving me a 3.3% attack. Max damage rate is 5.3. You know, Loki card's giving me PvP damage, which is not helpful because I don't have PvP yet. You know, attack or anything, and all these things. So all of these are applied to your stats. So you can look at your details and kind of see. I got a 134 stat bump for the attack, and then crit damage and defensive pierce, right? So Omega cards are very good and very helpful. As you're playing with your first character, you'll notice you'll accumulate quite a few cards, right? So I have quite a few cards that are kind of, so you'll want to kind of crunch them up if you can, right? I can't crunch that one up right now. And if you are looking to get creative, you can start sending some of your unused cards over into the storage, right? There's a storage that you share. I might keep that one. Actually, let's just do the Gumpy one, since so maybe we can combine with Black Widow. So you store it into the card storage, and then once you have other heroes, you go to Hero Select, go to Black Widow. What's up, Black Widow? How's it going? Well, loading up. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So it loads up, and then we can go to squad card storage and then retrieve from card storage. So as I hit cancel. Good job. And so it all sends it over, and then it's in her inventory. So now she can look at Omega cards, auto equip, get you the best cards, and then you can crunch some of these cards. So like this Hulk one, I don't have any green, so we could crunch up this one. Just like that. A little bit of gold. Boom, crunched up. Now it's 2-star. The stat bumps up as well. So that's kind of Omega cards in a small nutshell. This enhanced potential is important because it is a stat bump for your character. These items, these consumables, are per character. So you'll get them as you kind of play throughout the stories and throughout the missions, and so it's very helpful for that. So that is very good as well. There's also these things called badges. As I switch to Iron Man real quick, these are badges that you'll pick up. Where are they at? So in this hero stage, these are these hero badges, right? You could also see them in your inventory. And so all of these are just little stat bumps as well. They have different types, different characteristics, different stars and rates and stuff, and then different levels. You know, I have a state level 30 one that is only work for level 30, level 20, and so as you kind of go up, the gears on those also kind of go up. Max level is 100. I'm pretty sure I already said that. So once you're playing, when you're playing as your characters, whether you're playing as your main character or your second or third, fourth, fifth, etc., wherever you're at, if there are green quests, do those first. Do those first, because they'll give you a experience bump that'll help your squad power, and they'll also help out with your character's power. So as you get leveled up, you can rank up these different skills. You can change the order of the skills, and doing all those things. So very helpful stuff. You'll get some items that are very helpful for building up your thing. Also, I do have mine on autoplay all the time, but it is pretty fluid. So once I start grabbing the controllers, and I'm still able to do control, still do my moves, yeah, everyone's got an ultimate, everyone's got, skills and moves and stuff like that. So, but make sure you are always doing those green quests and picking up the consumables. The green quests will change for they're not going to change, but they'll be available for every character, but the consumables are just available one-time grab. So you kind of grab them, you can look at your map, and as one pops up, you can kind of click it. Right, it's very easy, very simple, but then you can just sit back and enjoy Iron Man wrecking these Outriders or wherever you're at in the story. But I think that's kind of 10 tips in a nutshell for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, put a comment down below. That way I know that you guys like this, and we can work on more of those things. I did go ahead and start some of the characters and recorded their first mission, so I'm going to put those on the channel as well, so you can kind of see how really the graphics are gorgeous, just gorgeous. It's a very fun Marvel game. I'm enjoying it, and I'm going to keep playing it. So I'm super excited about it, and gives me another Marvel game to play on top of Marvel Future Fight. So very cool things about that. So if you guys like the video, make sure you drop a like, and I'm pretty sure I said that alright, but that's alright. But I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.